After 2 divorces, many, many, many failed relationships, and a 3-year fling with a much younger man, I decided to take a break, to get time to know myself, to enjoy being with myself. So I ate Chunky Monkey ice cream right out of the carton. I binge-watched rom-coms, and I read everything I could get my hands on. And I wanted to get back after a while. I wanted to get back into the flow, but I needed some kind of strategy. I didn't want to make the same mistake over and over again. Maybe if there was a dating for dummies but then I found it. It was called The Rules, subtitled Time-Tested Secrets for Capturing the Heart of Mr. Right. Well, I wanted to capture Mr. Right's heart, so I bought it and I read the whole thing. And basically, it taught me that I had been doing everything wrong, which is probably why all my relationships failed. But it was basically a book on how to play hard to get. For instance, don't talk to him first. Don't approach him. And don't accept a date for Saturday if he calls you after Wednesday. Very wise advice. So armed with my rules, I jumped back in. I started by going to singles dances. Now, singles dances were really bad in junior high school. But imagine 40 years later, and you're standing around waiting to be asked to dance, and there's twice as many women as men. Slim pickings, right? But I kept going because I liked meeting people and I loved to dance. So one night, I meet this really nice guy. He's kind of serious looking, though, like maybe he was in law enforcement or the military. But when he smiles, it swallows up his whole face. It's like a Charlie Brown smile. So endearing. He walks me out to my car and asks me out to dinner the next night. Well, it's Friday night, so his window of opportunity has slammed shut. But I really like him, and maybe my only rule should be carpe diem. So I seize the day and I say yes. The next night, we go to this restaurant. We sit in a cozy little corner with candlelight, soft music, very romantic. We start with the usual, where we come from, whatever. And I said, I'm from New Jersey. He did not laugh or make a joke or ask me what exit. He said, I'm from around here. He said, I was in the Marines, and then when I came back, I joined the police force. Cha-ding! 2 out of 2. During dinner, he said, my brothers both married Dianes. Well, it was a sign, obviously. I was meant to be his Diane. We'd get married, small wedding, maybe on the beach. Stop it, Diane. This Hallmark movie mode of thinking that got you in this mess. At the end of dinner, he says, do you like, which one is it with the, see, thank you. Do you like Peter Sellers? I said, well, I love Peter Sellers. He's hysterical. He said, well, I have a Peter Sellers movie back at my apartment. Would you like to go see it? Well, according to the rules, I am supposed to end the date first, and you never go to the guy's apartment on the first date. So I said, sure. So we watched the movie, and we laugh at all the same places, and then afterwards we start to get to know each other a little bit better. All of a sudden there's a pause in the conversation, and he says, I've been widowed 3 times. what to say. Sorry. But, and he goes on, my first wife was a naturalist, and she died from eating poisonous mushrooms. The hair on my arms is prickling just a little bit, but I had a friend, thought he knew mushrooms, went out, picked some, and he ended up in the hospital. So, could happen. But I wish I'd told somebody where I was. My second wife also died from eating poisonous mushrooms. So now I'm judging the distance between me and the door, and can I beat him to it? And why didn't I listen to the rules? My third wife was killed with a blow to the head. Oh, so now I'm paralyzed with fear. I couldn't escape if I wanted to. I mean, if I had followed the rules, I'd be home washing my hair and not in the apartment of some serial killer. Silence. And he says, don't you want to know what happened? No, I don't. But I say, well, what happened? And he said, she wouldn't eat the mushrooms. And so out of anger and relief, I smack him. That's when he realized I was taking him seriously. And I realized he was telling a joke. 2 years later, we were married. And I became his Diane. Thank you.